Yep.
Hello.
Talk shit now, motherfucker.
All right. Well, welcome to HPV. We watch bullshit.
I'm Chris.
I'm Brad. Hi. And we just got done watching Battleship.
One of my absolute favorite movies of all time.
I still can't decide whether I love you or hate you for this experience, but I'm still leaning towards the love. I'm keeping the love going.
This movie's incredible.
Well, I remember on the drive-in thinking, I forget, how long is this movie? Is it like an hour and a half? God, I hope it's not 2 hours. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes of nonsense.
Of just finger-licking bullshit.
Visual mayhem. Starring Taylor Kitsch. What an excellent name. Rihanna. And let's not forget, Liam Neeson.
And Alexander Skarsgård.
As
Stone Hopper. Fuck yes. Battleship is the best.
Well, okay. If you took out all the dialogue from the movie and just put it together as sound effects and music, I think it would be fantastic.
But why would you do that? Because the dialogue is what makes this movie the best.
The dialogue is what makes this movie 2 hours and 20 minutes long. It's so horribly bad, predictable, unnecessary, flat. It has no depth. Well, I suppose that also is a version of flat, but it's terrible, dude. Terrible.
Yeah, but it rules. They get so many things wrong. It's incredible.
Well, you, I think, identified the most glaringly horrible issue, which is the lizards hate sunlight issue.
We're going to get into this right away.
Immediately.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Simply because this is one of the like the Art of War reference that's misunderstood.
All right. Well, let's stay on one thought here.
Right. So the lizard, they have the young rookie naval guy look at this helmet and go,
Jesse Plemons.
It's just
Jesse Plemons.
A super hyper pair of sunglasses. You know what? I had this lizard named Penelope the Third, and one time we brought her to the beach and she freaked out, and we figured out that she didn't like sunlight. So I'm thinking, because these guys wear these sunglasses, they don't like sunlight either. And
their eyes are the same.
Right, their eyes are the same.
Yeah.
So we had
the reptilian humanoids.
Well, so you and I had this conversation.
What's the fucking problem here, Brad?
Well, the conversation was simply, do lizards need the sun because they're cold-blooded, but they hate the sunlight because it hurts their eyes? It's a terrible duality of existence, if that is the case.
They elementally just got lizards wrong. Like, down to, if you know a single thing about lizards, it's that they notoriously love the sun.
Right,
That is the first thing that you learn about lizards.
Well, they're cold-blooded, like snakes. They need sunlight, they need warmth, and all
this
that.
film got that wrong.
Immediately.
Yes.
Well, so I guess I go to that immediately as the example to try to set up, without trying to talk about science fiction or actual military technology, how little the writers paid attention to science, actual common knowledge, things that would, as a matter of course, simply not happen.
At all.
It happens in this movie. Everybody is wet and showered with water in this movie. There's like a water fetish or something in this movie. Man, alien ships, Rihanna, constantly doused with water. God bless her.
God bless this entire film.
She probably spent a month of shooting just doused in water.
If we're just going to be spouting out parts that we like, we should mention that this film has the greatest line in cinema history.
Which is?
My dog Mustard could climb this mountain.
Oh, what?
Well, then you and Mustard can get out here and get some exercise. To which the legless veteran says, Mustard's dead. Mustard got hit by a dump truck. And the fucking scene ends.
Dude, you said it with more heartfelt emotion than that sad legless veteran
Man.
said. I mean, he looks good. He reads his lines well, but he's clearly, he's not an actor.
So this movie's Top Gun, right? It is just Navy propaganda, top to bottom.
Well, don't forget, people are wearing Army t-shirts. The man you just mentioned is full-on Army vet. So
Mick.
it's yes. So it is a American Armed Forces, and let's also remember there's the Chinese and the Japanese there.
They fucking 9/11 Hong Kong in this movie.
Brutal. Yeah.
Get them international bucks, baby!
Well, it's the one scene where they actually have an alien ship go through a skyscraper, take out, 8, 10 floors of people, have the building fall over and just, like a giant H, just, and take out... You didn't see that in any other city.
As the parts of these alien ships fly by a gigantic statue of Buddha, but don't touch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't touch the Buddha statue. You can annihilate all of the population you want, but don't touch it.
You can kill tens of thousands of people. It's
and I
fine.
mean, dude, when they show that building get hammered through, I mean, it's men, women. It's like they were like, oh yeah, there's gonna be body count.
It's destruction.
Yeah. So I do give them credit for having a certain amount of, even though it's PG-13 and there's not a lot of blood and all of that stuff, they did go forward with showing, oh yeah, there is a human consequence to this stuff. It's not just, empty buildings and that sort of thing. There was specific body count, so I give them credit for that. And honestly, once again, if you just took all of that maddeningly horrible fucking dialogue out of it, most of this is just great eye candy. I mean, visual eye candy. I totally get...
So you want to erase the part where a NASA scientist sees a legless veteran and asks him, Are you a cyborg?
Oh! And he jumps into the bushes and you're like, the man is wearing an army shirt. He's with...
You are on an island that has a naval base for the rehabilitation of veterans.
Yes. Yeah.
And you are a scientist.
Yeah, you literally just took the words right from my skull.
And you asked a legless veteran if he was a cyborg.
Now, and
this fucking movie is the best, Brad.
See, now that's a great...
Nobody gave a single shit.
Because that scene is played for comedy and it's not funny.
At all.
You're just watching it going, oh, yes, awkward scientist scene. Oh, thank God, here's some aliens with their weird thumbs and their super cool sunglasses that look like Halo battle suits.
Yep.
Yeah,
man.
Okay, so
I
Halo.
was just
Cowboys.
Say, how many different? I don't even want to say films, but how many different properties did we identify that they ripped
Saving
off
Private
of?
Ryan. Oh man.
Every part of Top Gun, down to the soccer, them playing sports against each other.
Yeah, Pearl Harbor.
Twisted Metal, the video game.
Yeah, and then there was...
Independence Day.
Transformers.
Oh
my God. I mean, just so many different titles where Hasbro... I mean, the executives on both sides, the production / creative, put that in quotes,
yes.
If you want. But... And the Hasbro executives just get together and say, oh, we want this from this, and we want this from this movie. And, oh, remember that bit where they looked at the camera and they were like, I can't do this. You're going to do this. You can do it. Okay, I can do it. Man, all of that, every single one of those scenes is in this movie.
All right, should we focus somewhat?
So the movie starts with...
Should we... All right, it doesn't matter how it starts. They shoot a laser into space.
Yes, nobody cares about the script in this movie, so I don't see why we need to focus so much on it. So, okay. So
they shoot a supercharged laser into space.
No. let's take it from the very
Let's take it from the
open.
top.
Yeah, where they identify the Beacon Project, and the Beacon Project is the thing of them tossing this beam out into space.
It's a whole bunch of get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So as you say, the beam goes out into space, and then who would have thought some aliens might respond? And this is actually when we see our cynical scientist for the first time, because he makes what he would comment he would not be able to make in today's political society of anyway.
He says, if this is anything like what could happen, it's like the settlers and the Indians. And
It's
we're
like
the
Columbus.
Indians. Oh, Columbus and the, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're the Indians.
And we're the Indians. Yeah, and you're just like, oh.
Oh, man.
So,
Oh, boy. We are off to a start.
and then we immediately cut to
We're
Taylor Kitsch in a bar
yeah.
with long hair, sad. It's his birthday, and his brother's taking care of him.
His brother, Alexander Skarsgård.
No, Stonehopper,
Stonehopper.
who's a hardcore naval
Mm-hmm.
captain, commander,
And is
something.
at level 10 of intensity
Yes.
at all times.
Yeah. Brother, you got to get your shit together. Now it's your birthday.
He quotes John Wooden at him. Coach John Wooden.
Yes, and I mean the quote makes no sense.
No, not at all.
No.
It is the ramblings of an insane person.
Here's some words that are going to sound inspirational and like they mean something, but when you really think about it, don't mean squat. Now go play.
You're hollering. Settle down.
I'm Coach John Wooden. Ah! I have no idea who John Wooden
Neither
is.
do
of
I.
course. All right.
We get Brooklyn Decker, who they have. This is the first time we were introduced to her, and every single scene she is in a bra that is too small for her, so it is just cutting into her.
Well,
that's what we did with women.
But they hide that by having her wear a skin tight tank top. So a bra that's too small and a skin tight tank top. God bless America. Yeah.
And she is demanding a chicken burrito from a bar.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I just want a chicken burrito. I mean,
And the bartender closes the microwave.
because it's a classy bar.
Kitchen's closed.
Well, and then of course our long hair,
Which is, if nothing else, this is our first indication this movie is stupid.
that was your first indication. I mean, dude, I think the whole Columbus versus the Indian line
Anyway.
was a nice landmark.
So Taylor Kitsch walks up to the bar after spending his birthday wish on her.
And he looked so cute when he blew out the cupcake and just looked at his brother. He looked so cute. Taylor Kitsch with his long hair.
All right, we can't do this. We'll be here all day.
Okay, so Taylor Kitsch goes to
tells-
hit on the blonde chick.
He tells her he's gonna get her chicken burrito.
Right, and then in an astonishing move and awareness of social media,
Bold filmmaking, if I may say so.
I couldn't believe that it was actually pretty much a one-for-one shot of that famous break-in where the guy falls through the ceiling, tries to break out, grabs a ladder, falls again.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it
The
was...
internet video that was around in, 2012, 2013?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. They did a shot-for-shot of a viral video
Which, I
in a
mean,
major motion picture.
stunning. Absolutely
Bold
stunning.
filmmaking.
Yeah. You know, I mean, hats off for the social awareness, you know, or the, what do you call that? The zeitgeist, I suppose.
But let me tell you, there's a purpose to all of it.
Yes, please.
Because they fall in love
Please tell me the
as
purpose.
he hands her that chicken burrito that he promised to get her while being tased by police.
Yes, because by the time he finally breaks out of the store that he broke into to steal a chicken burrito for this woman,
That's love, baby.
well, it's something. And so all the police arrive. All the police are chasing him down. and he's holding up the burrito going, "Here's your burrito," while she's standing outside the bar next to his brother, his disapproving brother.
Okay. I don't want people to think that you just made something up. I believe, "Here's your burrito" is the exact quote. That wasn't us being dumb dicks who forgot a line. That was the line.
And then he gets tased, what, 2-3 times?
As the music swells and her heart fills with love.
Oh, look at this insane psychopath.
Get right the fuck out of my face, movie. Taylor Kitsch wakes up in an ice bath and can't believe that tasers were real.
Yeah. Wow, tasers work. And the first question is, how is he not in jail? What happened? But I suppose you could say that they answer that question because his brother, after giving him a whole bunch of, "You messed up your life! You gotta do something!" the same crap he was saying in the bar, he says, "You're going in the Navy!"
"You're joining me in the Navy!"
Right. Like somehow he was able to influence,
Yeah.
breaking into a convenience store, wrecking the entire store.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
He signs him up like those old CD clubs. How you would just like, sign up a friend.
Right, exactly.
He just signs him up for the Navy.
Air Supply? I didn't ask for this record.
Nobody has ever asked for Air Supply, Brad.
So anyway, he goes into the Navy. He has to have a haircut, which is terrible.
But wouldn't you know it, the next time we check in with him, he's an officer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's no, well, I was going to make a horrible seaman first class joke.
And they show up late to the ceremony.
Oh, yes, because let's not forget, not only is she naturally beautiful in a small bra and a skin-tight tank top, she's also the Admiral's daughter.
Yeah. I'm just going to skip over the soccer scene because we don't need to.
Although, the only footnote to that is it was
There's like a 15-minute soccer scene.
Exactly. Well, okay, so it introduces the rivalry between the Japanese captain. No, there's only 2 quick points. It introduces the rivalry between the Japanese captain, remember?
Nagata. I remember, yes.
And as you also aptly pointed out, it's just like the volleyball scene in Top Gun. So it's interesting to see, because earlier we forgot Top Gun in our list of other things.
No,
so
I'm
there
pretty
it
sure
is.
I
That's
said
that
it.
reference. Okay, well, I'm not going to go back and check.
Yeah, no.
So
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So, okay, so that's all that needs to be said about that scene. They get on the ship.
Nagata kicks him in the face.
Oh, right. That's the climax of the introduction of the rivalry.
We do have to bring it up because
oh my God, no.
The quote that Nagata says to him is amazing.
Another quote that makes absolutely no sense.
"Some idiots look where they kick, and some idiots look where they don't kick. Which kind of idiot are you?"
Oh my God.
That's gibberish, Brad.
Yes.
That is absolutely meaningless gibberish.
Yeah, it's intended to be deep.
I love it so much. That's the kind of bullshit that makes me just go, nom, 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 nom. Yeah. Give it to me. Nom, 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 nom.
Whereas I just have to look at you and go, oh my God, look at that man eat this. Oh, wow.
Man, if you're going to be stupid all the way.
Well,
and they did it. They fucking went for it, and it's delicious.
Well, again, I think in subsequent viewings, God help me, in other situations where this movie will come up, I will probably enjoy it more because I won't feel so immediately insulted as I am from the first viewing,
It's a real attack on the senses.
It's like, now I know what I'm in for. But at least I can say it looks totally badass when that little, water skimmer thing starts hopping all over the place. I don't know how they were able to get a direct hit and have it do nothing in one scene, and then get a direct hit in another scene, and it just blows the shit out of it. So
who gives a fuck?
Who cares? Just don't think. That's the only advice with this movie. Is
shut that fucking brain right off.
Oh my God!
You ain't gonna need it where we're going.
Don't even try. Don't even try to think about it. So okay, we had the destruction of Hong Kong, and Hopper is.
He gets into he runs away from his girlfriend that he wants to marry's father, Liam Neeson.
The girlfriend goes to her father and says, I know you think he's a bad guy, but he's really not a bad guy, and he just wants to talk to you. Could you please just give him 5 minutes? And the dad does one of those grunting consent sort of thing, kind of things, right? And she's like, oh, I love you, Daddy. Walks away, gives Hopper the nod. Yeah. Disappears. The Admiral looks directly at Hopper. Hopper looks at him. And the next scene is Hopper's in the bathroom looking at himself in the mirror trying to grow some balls.
With Taylor Kitsch doing his patented improv work.
Oh my God. And you're like, that was your 5 minutes. That was your opportunity. And
he really got them zingers in there.
Oh man. So
Sir, let me marry your daughter. What's your deal?
Oh, come on, sir. It's just, the thing is that I'd really like to ask for your hand. Your hand? Wait a minute. That's not right. Did I just say that?
As he's doing Christian Slater in the mirror. It's amazing.
And meanwhile, I just imagine that there are actually probably, 14 and 15-year-old girls in the audience just going, he's so dreamy. And, good for them. But...
should we talk about the Jerry Lewis scene?
How do they... I mean, it's like Jerry Lewis.
Did he say Jerry Lewis?
In The Real Nutty Professor. And from The Bellboy. And The Real Nutty Professor. Jerry Lewis. That's what we were doing.
He was a great humanitarian, sir.
Oh, my God. It was just...
Did you notice how fun
that the other guy in the background said, did he just say Jerry Lewis? Because that really pretty much was my reaction when I heard this nonsense happen.
Did you laugh as hard as I did at
probably not.
As Liam Neeson trying to stand inside of a real U.S. naval vessel that are built for men that are like 5'6", as he is a towering giant of a man, as he's hunched over, almost still hitting his head in every single scene in the interior.
Well,
it's fantastic.
I consider Liam Neeson to be a towering presence in every movie that he's in. So, no, I didn't necessarily notice any difference in how they filmed him. Liam Neeson rules.
I believe leading into the next scene is where we get our first instance of AC/DC. Mm-hmm. We weren't getting out of this fucking movie without any AC/DC.
Oh, no. And there were, 3 different AC/DC songs?
I believe so,
the different, through the different fight sequences and things.
Yeah, it was all the ramping up sequences. All the glamour shots. Man, just look at those fucking boats.
Yes.
Look at these fucking boats and listen to this goddamn AC/DC.
Load those bullets into those guns. Get your guns together. Move this over here.
We are a warship. If we don't outperform every other boat on this ocean... Man... I can't believe they gave Taylor Kitsch this opportunity.
Well, no. I can't either. But it's again, it's stealing from so many different movies that it's really not that surprising that this is going to be your Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox version. So, I mean, okay, so where are we in this freaking story? Because it's 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and we only have our first...
Let's just get to the aliens, shall we?
Well, okay, so let's make the point that it was 23 minutes into the movie before we were actually on a battleship and being introduced to the fleet, and the name of the movie is Battleship.
Uh-huh.
Where we should have been on the battleship in the very beginning, but no, we had to be sending beacons to aliens.
Yeah, and having a bitchin' soccer scene.
And stealing a chicken burrito.
And hearing about how many skills Taylor Kitsch has, even though we've seen him do nothing but fail.
Yeah, yeah.
The writing's incredible, Brad.
Depending on his brother to bail him out of every situation. That's what we've seen up to this point. So, okay, the aliens, they engage with the aliens.
They come rocketing into the picture.
Yeah, they take out Hong Kong. They set up these communication satellite thingies that are basically, yes, I'm going to say it, massive phallic symbols, cock and balls, just sending blue beams way into the sky.
Do you remember how we were introduced to the aliens?
Please tell me.
With the scene with them on the beach, where Brooklyn Decker was on all fours laying on top of Taylor Kitsch.
Yes.
And they pan the camera down her body back to her
and
hot little booty shorts because they wanted to show a woman's ass. And the light beams come right out of her asshole to show us that aliens are coming. It's incredible, Brad. We're giving aliens right out of her butthole.
The shot pauses on the lower half of her torso, and, of course, her ass, which is, by the way, in a pair of short shorts. But there's also 6 alien lights that basically form a phallus symbol. So we get it clearly that they're saying, yes, think about fucking her doggy style, please. That's what we want every male to be thinking about right now.
Because this movie's stupid. We got to get some ass in there.
Oh, my God. And unfortunately, now, I was thinking about this, too, because she's like, Taylor's like, you're so smart and funny and wonderful and kind and nice and saying all of this shit about her. And I'm like, where are those scenes?
We know nothing about her.
We have only seen her in her tight top and her bikini strap top and these short shorts. That's all we've seen her do, except ask her daddy for 5 minutes, which this guy runs away from like a little boy to look at himself in the mirror.
So the aliens land. They can see it through telescopes, but it's not on radar. So
their ability to avoid our technology is astonishing.
So they send Taylor Kitsch and his team to go investigate.
Which is Rihanna and one other guy.
Beast.
And Beast. Yeah, that's right.
Beast.
Oh, God bless him. Let's take a moment to just contemplate the beauty of this character named Beast.
I was going to admire the giant towering structure that is the alien craft that is constantly dripping with water.
Yeah, nonsensically, because the 2 other platforms that are like sending out these beams or whatever they're supposed to be doing, dry, completely dry. What's his name? Kitsch gets on the one piece of this alien craft. No idea why.
Yeah, no.
You know. Could be irradiated, could, do anything the minute he steps on it. That's fine.
He'll be fine. He's handsome.
Yeah, And he actually is fine. He walks around, he points his gun, people go, you be careful up there, Kitsch. Right?
And then he touches the wall of the alien craft and is thrown backwards, which leads us to one of the most incredible scenes in the film. When it sends out a sound wave that would have burst everyone's eardrums.
Well, yeah, I mean...
And it blasts glass right in Alexander Skarsgård's face.
Yeah, which was a beautiful effect shot, by the way.
It's really good.
To see his lips all rearranged by the sound wave that blasts... Okay, so it blasts through the glass on a battleship, which is designed to withstand bullet impacts and things like that.
Sure is.
So, incredibly powerful.
No, man, they just had like window glass that you would have at your house.
Taylor Kitsch, Rihanna, and Beast are right next to this thing when it goes off. So you'd expect like maybe blood from the ears or eyes or just maybe their heads exploding in general from
their brains would be leaking out of their ears.
But they all just are like, oh, dude, that was loud.
Yeah, nobody is affected by this at all. It's incredible.
Well, okay, though, Hopper's brother, Stone Hopper, when the glass blew up in his face, he did get cuts on his face.
Oh, yeah.
So there was one injury And, it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
So now we know it's bad because the brothers had his face cut.
So we learn that the aliens won't fire upon anything that hasn't fired upon them.
Because they're very kind and diplomatic aliens.
Yeah, it's a weird twist to this movie.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so you fire on the alien ship. They fire pegs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is my favorite bit. I did not even... See, Chris, this is why I need to watch movies with you, because you're able to just zero in on the details.
On
right?
this movie, dude, I've seen this movie like 10 times. I own it. I own Battleship and watch it regularly.
Have you heard the DVD commentaries since
No.
you own the DVD?
No, I just bought it on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to hear the director's commentary and have him explain himself.
For what, sir? For making an incredible film?
Well, so the pegs that these alien ships fire at our U.S. Navy are actually these kind of depth charge things, but they're shaped exactly like the pegs on the Battleship board. Thank you for pointing that out, because I thought this was such an incredibly stupid piece of alien technology, especially after the sonic sound wave, right? But it makes sense. They got to fit in the pieces somehow, so they make these pegs that bore into the ships. So okay, you fire on the alien ship. Our weapons, at this point in the movie, have no effect.
Nope.
They will later, but not now. So at this point in the movie, they have no effect. And the aliens fire a barrage of these pegs, which just cover the whole ship and absolutely destroy it.
Yeah, we're given several fantastic shots of a very confused and worried Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah. And he goes, what's his last word that he says there?
Oh no, there's the guy that a depth charge or one of the pegs hits right in front of him and he yells, "What in the chuck wagon?"
Yeah.
You know, Brad, I want you to really think about it. Human beings, we say millions of words throughout the course of our lives. This man has said words of romance. He's probably said smart things. His final word in his mortal coil was chuck wagon.
Well, now, I will...
Chef's kiss.
Well,
what a
now,
beautiful film.
Remember, this is also the movie that not once, but twice, made the mother boom joke and would not say motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, take this, you and in the same context as well. Take this, you mother... And then pull the trigger and the gun fires or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You mother... Fire! Yeah.
So
the comedy is gold, is all I'm saying.
Alex Hopper...
Not redundant at all.
Alex Hopper gets back to the John Paul Jones.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And the captain and XO are dead, Brad.
Which makes him the captain,
He is senior officer.
Oh, my God. It's such a great responsibility that he's...
This movie's stupid, and I love it.
Because his first order
act as captain is they're going to ram the alien ship and kill everyone.
Yeah. And everybody's saying, "Sir, do you really want to do this?" And he's like, "Yes, I'm serious." "Are you really serious, sir?" "Yes, I'm serious." "Sir, could you possibly be serious?"
They have to talk him out of murdering everyone.
No. They don't talk him out of it.
revenge.
They don't talk him out of it because Beast literally grabs him and shakes him and says, "Sir, we got men in the water. We need to save the men in the water." And Taylor Kitsch goes,
Fine.
"Well, if you insist." Right?
His second act.
"Please,
as
don't
captain.
punch the face. We'll go save the people in the water."
His second act as captain.
Yes, uh-huh.
While everyone is actively saving sailors from the water,
Right, uh-huh.
is to go sulk by himself and look at old pictures of his brother.
And look at himself in the mirror.
While everyone else is doing the work around him, he has to go be a sad boy.
Hey, the responsibilities of being a captain are very tough. Man has to grow up, has to man up and mature into the role, which means you have to look at pictures of your brother and stare at yourself in the mirror and wonder what it's all for. While aliens decimate your entire fleet and you try to save whatever sailors are in the water. That's other people's problems. You have memories to sort out.
Should we talk about the twisted metal robots?
The ones that actually whip out metal cables if you try to avoid them. They're like, oh no, we got you. Whip up! Oh.
So they're there to take out... They somehow get out of the bubble.
Well, they're aliens, so they can get through their own technology.
And they're there to take out infrastructure. Helicopters, overpasses.
Buildings, naval bases with helicopters.
Little League games.
Little League games. Oh my God, they face off with the little boy.
Hot mom tits.
Oh, man. Yeah, God bless them. And you notice, I mean, anyway. So, this alien faces off with this boy on the soccer field. And...
baseball. It's a Little League game.
They do a visual scan of the boy. They do a close-up of his eye and his heart. And this demented alien thing that's just plowing through all sorts of, buildings and vehicles decides, oh my goodness. Oh, no, go ahead. I'll keep talking. He decides, oh my goodness, I'm not going to kill this little boy for no reason whatsoever. I'm not a heartless murderer. No, let me turn around. I'll leave the boy alone. I'll go to the bridge right over here and start taking out every single pylon on this bridge. There's a whole row of them, 4, 5, 6 of them. Take them all out so that all of the cars that are on the top of this bridge, and it's like packed, like it's a commute after work, so 5 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever it is. Hundreds of cars on the bridge. We see them all toppling, falling down. Now, these are all cars that have families, kids, mothers, all of that stuff going down, crashing, boom. But fortunately, the one car with the kid and the mom with the great tits, they're fine, because we see that kid hop out of the sunroof and be like, oh man, you terrible alien. So we know he's okay, and we know the mom with the great tits is just fine. And thank God for that. God bless America. And tits.
That was a fucking spiel, and I am impressed. You see? You see what Battleship's done to you?
Yep. It's a great fucking movie, man.
It's amazing.
It is. I mean, when you just take it in sections like that, it's not that bad.
No, it's incredible.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But, then you have the horrible dialogue that makes you go, oh my God. So, all right. So, bridge sequence, these things come through, they take out infrastructure, and apparently, see, we never go back to them again. So we don't know how they were dealt with, if they were dealt with at all. If they're just still going through the whole island, plowing down,
Yep.
Buildings, all of that stuff. They could be. We don't know.
Yeah.
Because we're back to the action in the ocean.
Oh,
Taylor has now decided to assume command.
We're forgetting that the local police show up and tell Brooklyn Decker and Mick that they need to get off the island. I don't know, somebody said something about aliens. You guys are in danger. You need to get out of here immediately.
And then they drive away.
We're going to take off, though.
See ya.
Yeah.
Catch you later. And the craziest thing about that scene, right, is there were 3 police Jeep vehicles that pull up, right?
Yep.
2 leave.
Yep.
So while Brooklyn Decker and Mick, thank you, are standing there having their conversation about, well, I'm going to get back in the fight. I've never seen aliens before.
Yes.
I want to see an alien, right? He starts walking in the opposite direction.
Just walking off into the horizon.
And she goes, well, don't leave me alone. And goes after him. And they go to the wide shot, watching these 2 people walk away. And there's the Jeep right there. waiting for them.
Yep.
So they just choose to walk instead of getting in this vehicle and saying, hey, can you take us back to the center where all of our shit is and everything that we want to do is over there? Can you just take us over there?
That's called craftsmanship in filmmaking,
Oh,
Brad.
man. So, yeah.
Because how else would a scientist yell about the legless veteran being a cyborg? If they were in a car, he wouldn't see his legs.
Well, at the time that they come across a scientist, though, they have somehow... They're around the car. Remember?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So somehow they've returned to the... How did they return to the car? I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't even remember this. I don't... Oh, my God. Yeah. So, okay, so there's that. Then, let's see now. So all right, by this time they figured out that if they don't fire on the aliens, then the aliens aren't going to fire on them. Mm-hmm. And there's a bit of a sort of a stalemate while they figure it out. And the aliens have put up this bubble, so there's only a few ships inside this bubble that are actually dealing with this main alien fleet. And Liam Neeson and all of his fleet are actually out of action right now.
Yes,
and
with no communications.
No communications. So the big question is, can they get down this barrier and, open up this zone that the aliens have created so the Admiral can get in there with the fleet? So this is part of the problem they start working on. And then Taylor and the rival Japanese captain start working together.
We're told all of these stakes every single time with shots to the military brass meeting with Congress or something.
Oh my God!
Lines. Like the National Security Council
are great.
Or something.
Yeah, the conversations are great. Like they're with the scientist, and the scientist is like, "Okay, we saw 5 of these objects coming in," and they're like, "Hold on a second, we got NASA on the other line," and he's like, "NASA," and then boom, and it's like 20 people all staring at the camera. Uh-huh. And you're just like, holy shit. And so he's like, okay, NASA, here's what's happening. They're like, wait, we got Congress on the other line. Yeah. Congress? Boom, 20 people all staring at the camera. You're just like, what the fuck are these conference calls, man?
Hell yeah, dude.
Technology.
Why is NASA in this room? Well, I don't know. Something fell from the sky, sir.
Yeah, exactly. And then they show from like the congressional POV, and it's this huge screen and just this scientist monster head staring back at them going, well, yeah, I don't know.
This could be an extinction level event.
Oh, dude, yes. Perfect. Oh, my God. That's such a perfect, okay.
Don't mind us while we illustrate the stakes.
Yeah. And, oh, man. Okay, so ham-fisted is a term that comes to mind. Heavy-handed.
They figure out that if they shut off their radars, they can use this system of buoys.
Yes.
To track water flow.
See, now, honestly, I thought this was kind of clever.
Yes, it's actually a very smart workaround for how they would work the actual mechanics of the game Battleship into the film.
It allows us to have a grid now. And a very simple, basic grid that we understand the coordinates. It ties in directly with the game. And that was what, 48 minutes? Where were we? An hour and 28 minutes? Where were we?
And then they played Battleship with the fucking aliens.
And, yeah.
Yep. It was about an hour and 20 minutes in.
Yeah, so...
And this is when we realized there's another fucking hour to this movie. This movie refuses to end, and it only gets more glorious as it goes on.
It's like when you're riding through the desert...
on a horse with no name.
Well, no, in a car with someone who, you get along with, but you just kind of, all the conversation is stopped, and you just kind of feeling how tight that seatbelt is on your shoulder, and you're just kind of, the AC is not kind of working right, and you're just kind of like, okay, there's another 2-3 hours to go, and you look out the window, and it's just flat fucking desert. The only difference is that in Battleship, there's a lot more stuff to look at.
That's fair.
That's about it.
But
yes.
They use this buoy tracking to fire on the aliens and miss a couple times, which, due to the rules of the movie, would mean that the aliens would fire back, but they don't this time. Because,
Well, no, they decide to do a full-on frontal assault, like a two-pronged attack coming at the ships from either
pincer
side.
move.
Yes, a pincer maneuver, which, normally
Sure,
would
man.
be terrifying. Which normally would be terrifying, but, the Japanese captain, God bless him, has worked out the coordinate system and is able to anticipate where they're going to be so that when he fires, he gets direct hits. And somehow he avoids saying, "I sank your battleship!" And they don't have any aliens say,
No, they
"You
get
sank my
they
battleship!"
get oh they
and
get
alien with the subtitle underneath.
they get to that later.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
destroy these two ships, and their plan is to go closer to Oahu because they figure out from Brooklyn Decker, who gets a communication through
Oh
this
my God.
barrier.
Okay, no,
Because
now,
the scientist has figured out, apropos of nothing, that he can break through this barrier, but only for 30 seconds or so at a time.
Well, now, okay, so let's back up just a little bit.
No.
Because
Because it
Okay.
doesn't matter.
The scientist has a briefcase suitcase. Yes, it does matter. They break back into the scientist's lab. He steals his briefcase suitcase, and as he's got it in his hand, here's one of these Halo jumpsuit wearing aliens.
As the warrior
In the super
veteran
sunglasses.
tells him, you need to get some courage.
Yes, you're gonna get courage. You're gonna do it right now, or I'm gonna put my metal leg up your ass, right? Yes, I'm going to get courage now.
Direct quote.
Yeah, so he goes up there, steals this briefcase, is caught stealing the briefcase, and the Halo jumpsuit guy is like, "Oh, what's in this suitcase, bro?"
He steadies his hand and then walks away.
He's like, "Bro, don't be afraid, man. I'm not gonna hurt you. I can tell you don't have any guns on you because I did the thing where I zoomed in on your eye and I zoomed in on your heart and I saw that you were cool, man."
You mean the Terminator vision?
Yeah, that they keep going back to. Except when they show the horse, they only show the horseshoe. I don't understand what that's about, dude. So anyway, this alien warrior lets this scientist go with his own briefcase.
That's the most important part of the horse, man.
So he takes his briefcase back to his friends and he's like, "Okay, now we can dial in whatever the code is for the battleship because somehow they know the naval access codes to communicate with battleship."
And he can break through this barrier for a limited amount of time because
30 seconds, bro.
because science.
Yeah, because science. He's figured out the algorithm, which is obviously an alternating algorithm, because, of course, you've only got 30 seconds, and for security reasons, algorithms have to change.
Perfect film.
So
No
they
notes.
dial into Taylor Kitsch, and Taylor's like, "Yo, babe, you wearing that tank top I bought you?"
They spend an awful lot of time telling each other, "I love you," instead of getting down to the
Yeah.
fucking point.
"Babe, I miss you
Which,
so much."
okay, realistically,
It's an alien invasion.
what are they going to communicate? He knows it's an alien invasion.
Yeah. She's like, "We can see them from here."
This scene is pointless.
Oh, Chris, there are so many pointless scenes in this movie. I don't know why you even bother to point out this one scene is
But
being
it's
pointless.
incredible.
Yes, it's
so they-
beautiful. So it shows the technology works, and it also gives the scientist something that he can use as a weapon later, because that briefcase is big and heavy,
Oh, yeah.
you know. So, you know what? I just realized. I wonder if that alien that he hit with that briefcase is the same one who let him go.
Maybe.
Where he's like, "Bro,
Who could possibly
I
care?
let you go, man. Why you gotta hit me now? I'm just fighting with the legs, dude." And he's, "Oh no, my neck, bro. Help me with the briefcase."
You done?
No. Yeah, okay. I think I would have liked to have seen that.
Can
scene.
we move on to the sniper scene?
Oh, please, God, yes. This scene actually made me
Yep.
speechless, just like that.
It's fucking incredible, Brad.
So they figure out through their lizard technology,
Well,
or their lack of understanding of lizard science.
Yes. Yeah. My God.
So aliens are
So Taylor
susceptible
Kitsch-
to sunlight.
Taylor Kitchen Nagata.
Yes.
Post up.
Yes.
on the, I don't know the nautical term, the front of the boat.
Yeah. The rivals become friends facing a common enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, take it.
They fucking set up with 50 cal sniper rifles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they gotta explain that he learned to shoot at summer camp.
When he
And
was
they have
12 years old.
And they have a bonding moment.
Summer camp. Yes, summer camp. Summer camp? Yes, summer camp.
And from the shot that were shown earlier, we know that these alien craft have a windshield. So...
Yeah, I just...
Well, how else are the aliens gonna see?
So knowing
And the
that
aliens on the inside of this ship are being comfortable, not wearing their helmets. Not wearing their sun-defying helmets.
Exactly. And...
So Taylor Kitchen...
Well, they don't need to wear their sun-defying helmets because they have the glass sunscreen on their alien ship. That is sufficient. And, but apparently, even though it's meant to travel through space, it's not bulletproof.
No, man.
No. So, let's not forget that they also are able to track the motion of the sun as the planet orbits and has its revolutions and all of that. And as the sun is rising, which is the whole point of setting up their sniper position where they do, they set themselves up so that the sun rises behind them, thus blinding the aliens.
It's brilliant. Until the part where they just start shooting wildly into an alien craft.
Right, so somehow this 50 caliber round penetrates the glass shielding that's on this alien craft, and the aliens are blinded by the morning sun, man, because they have terrible hangovers. And
well, look at their chin beards. They party.
And Taylor goes,
"These aliens look like
everything you got."
These aliens look like goddamn Guy Fieri.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
Well, except that they're
with lizard eyes.
Yeah, and it's just a little bit more spiky in the beard. But I think Guy has those fucked up hands as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, it evens out.
Guy Fieri's fine. Leave him alone.
Oh yeah. I don't even know who that is.
He just does shit.
So anyway, where are we? So
they fire on the last alien battleship.
Yeah, and they fire everything they've got at the battleship. And because the aliens were blinded by the morning sun, they have absolutely no ability to defend themselves whatsoever.
That ship's fucking gone, boy.
Yep. And then they cheer and they celebrate and they're happy, but the shield is still up. So they have to figure out how to take down the shield. So,
you know what I just realized, Brad? I hate to stop us in our tracks.
What?
Because there's so much to this film that I hate. I hate to keep going back and back and back.
Oh no!
But we forgot a very intricate scene that might be the best. Where Rihanna shoots an alien, point blank. With a goddamn debt gun.
Well, you're right. We should cover this amazing piece because it sets up so many things in the future. That is true. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to bring it up because it's bitchin'.
Well, we do see Rihanna at the end of the movie. She's the one who takes the shot.
Oh, yeah.
The last shot with the last round, the one that they carry over to the gun and they say, now wait, is the gun ready to fire? You just fucking loaded it. You know it's ready to fire. That's an example of the brilliant writing. But Rihanna took that shot and we know that she's accurate because we saw her on the gun when Taylor first got electrocuted into the water and she just started shooting randomly at the ship with no discernible targets, which was fantastic. But then Taylor gets in a fight.
But she looked great doing it.
Oh, fantastic. Fuck yes. If one thing is true about the movie, it's Rihanna looks fantastic. That is true. So Taylor is in a fight with Halo jumpsuit alien warrior. And it doesn't matter that the suit is all of this metallic stuff hitting his fleshy bone face. He doesn't even get a bruise from the combat. And while he's fighting the alien, he manages to maneuver him in front of the gun. That's a deck gun. That's, what is that? One of those 22-inch shells that they fire out of that thing. And she remote controls it.
Yep, Taylor Kitsch runs onto the deck of the ship, and he's saying, come on, 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 rakes, come on, rakes. And he sees the gun start to move.
Sees the gun turn, and he knows, oh, okay, now it's time. And he maneuvers himself to the side.
And jumps headlong off of the goddamn ship.
And the alien somehow doesn't hear this turret moving until it's directly behind his head.
Until it's now stationary and not making noise.
And he makes this slow turn and looks down the barrel of the gun.
Because of fucking course he does.
And he just stays staring at the barrel of the gun long enough for our first mother BAM joke.
Mohala, mother. Fire.
That's right. There you go. Yep. And she blasts his head off, which, as you rightly pointed out, would just basically be mist. But no.
He would have turned Taylor Kitsch into a fine mist across the Pacific, yes.
Well, that's absolutely true, because you think
he would have become one with the sea.
The audio sound wave that we were talking about melting his brain, it would have been very similar as the concussive blast.
Yeah, the concussive blast of this would have just
turned him into paste.
Yes.
But instead, he jumps over the side, grabs the metal chain, and hangs by the chain somehow as this alien is blown in half, less than 10, 20 feet away from him. And he survives, and he's like, yeah, nice shooting, Rihanna.
All right, so back to where we were.
Wherever we were.
They blow up the ship, and then now they got to face the mothership. And the mothership wrecks the fuck out of the John Paul Jones.
Well, yes. Yeah.
And we get a long 2-minute shot of a long lens of them riding on boats toward the shore. And I remember you saying, why are we seeing this? Why do I need to see this?
Yeah, over and over. It's the same kind of setup. But I just realized
incredible.
We got another movie reference, the Titanic. You know? Because we have the long shot of Taylor and the Japanese captain, again, rivals, now friends.
Yes.
Running up this impossible angle as the ship goes down.
Spider-Manning up the side of the John Paul
Literally.
Jones.
No joke. They're not even, we don't even see them grabbing for finger holds or anything. No ropes, nothing.
They're on a smooth surface.
Yep. And at an impossible angle, yet they still make it all the way up. Okay, and then Taylor, in all of his genius, says, "We gotta jump."
They just jump into a goddamn pile of wreckage.
Yep. God bless them. And they survive, no problem. No broken bones, no concussions, nothing.
So what the fuck are we gonna do, Brad? What are we gonna do? We've got no ships. We have no defenses. The aliens have knocked out all the defenses on the mainland. We have no ships left, Brad.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I'm very wrong.
We have
one
70-year-old decommissioned USS Missouri.
But it's a museum.
Well, all we need are some veterans who actually
is a slew of pre-placed elderly veterans atop the mighty fighting Missouri. Mighty Mo, baby.
Right at the moment where Beast says, I would need a manual, and even if I had the manual, I would need 6 weeks, and then we would still need a crew. Where are we going to get a crew? And Taylor Kitsch gets this bizarre smile like, did you say crew? And then he literally turns off camera, and an army of old retired Navy crew show up. And as you say, they position themselves beautifully. Then they come up to him and they say, what do you need, son? And he says,
have no right to ask you.
But I'm asking you.
For anything else. You men have served your country gallantly. But I'm asking you. Please. Please help us.
You know, it's that same contradictory dialogue like...
It's so goddamn pandering.
Yeah, that too. But then they all get behind their different positions.
Subtle pandering.
Oh no, God bless America, man. How dare you point out the pandering?
It is.
Why are you...
It is right in your fucking face.
You know, your unpatriotic rhetoric is really starting to offend me deeply in my patriotic core.
And not one of these elderly naval veterans says a goddamn word to Rihanna.
Yeah, well,
Those men
yeah.
are at the age where if a black woman were to walk in on the USS Missouri,
In a naval uniform.
they'd have said something.
They'd have been like, "Who ordered the stripper? Hey, is it my retirement party again?"
That's yeah, that's the nice thing that they might have said.
So we'll
The
just leave it
reality
there.
of it would have been far darker.
But so they show these old guys in their positions, and they're like, "Echo 220," and I just imagine the director, going, "Okay, take 15. Can you say it a little bit louder?" And it's Echo 22. What? Echo 22. I know how to say my line. Okay, all right, let's roll it. Roger 220.
And all these old veterans are looking at these young whippersnappers. What are you doing standing there? Get on the goddamn scope.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'm on the scope, sir. It's beautiful,
It's
dude.
fucking magical,
It's
Brad.
beautiful. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So his plan to defeat this alien warship is to point the guns to the side, to which all the old naval veterans are asking, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah. But as in the whole suicide ramming run, they're like, well, let's just do it anyway.
Yeah, let's have confidence in this completely unproven 26-year-old man who's clearly a dipshit on top of everything
has
else.
no idea what the hell he's doing. Please, put the Japanese captain in command. Please, get him going. But so, because he's young, inexperienced, and unconventional, he drops the anchor, causing the ship
Brad,
to drift.
Brad,
Yes.
he drifts a boat. He fucking Fast and Furious is a boat.
Hey, there's a reference we didn't. Yeah.
It's goddamn incredible.
Yep. Uh-huh. It's truly a sight to behold.
To where we get the elderly veteran yelling, let's drop some lead on these mother. Cut to Taylor Kitsch yelling, fire! They did it twice.
Yeah. God
Brad.
bless him. God
They
bless
did
him.
the fire cut twice.
Well, not only did they do it twice, but
Yes!
when they
The balls it takes to do that twice.
when they unload,
In Battleship.
well, they
Holy
just
fucking
wanted-
shit.
They knew it was gold the first time. So, I mean, almost the same sort of setup, only better. So they just doubled down on their gold
better.
joke. Yeah, absolutely. So we're missing the. So while all of this is going on, they keep cutting back and forth between
The Battleship and Brooklyn
What's
Decker.
happening. Yes.
The scientist and Mick the Legless Veteran.
Yes, and trying to make the point that everybody is working together for this common cause to take down the communications center.
This thread is astounding, Brad.
I'm actually, I have to admit that I'm impressed that it's so cohesive. I
So-
can still remember it.
So, all right, yeah, let's just follow one thread at a time.
Okay.
So, Brooklyn Decker is driving a Jeep
Yes.
through the alien encampment,
And I mean,
hauling balls,
yeah. Yeah.
just ripping ass through this goddamn alien encampment.
Mick looks at her and says, "Can you drive?" And she gives a nod like, "Hell yeah, I can drive." And the next scene is her taking out alien vehicles, no problem, just ramming straight through this whole camp, splitting crashing everything, explosions.
Through any partition that may be in her way, she is
But
going
this is how they
fuck
get into
through
the
it.
fight with the Halo thing. Okay, so they get
Because
into
they
this fight.
crash head on at 70 miles an hour.
And the aliens don't retaliate.
Nope.
This is the amazing thing about the aliens. There are so many points when we're told this is an alien invasion. These guys are horribly hostile. All of these terrible things. But then there are these moments
they
where
could
they're like,
have killed all of them multiple times over.
yeah, and the aliens are just like, oh man, they just broke through all of our shit. This is... Why would they do that?
Wonder if they need any fucking help.
So,
Brooklyn Decker's leg is pinned.
yes, and
The leg is important because Mick,
has lost both of his.
yes,
And he's looking at that, and he looks at the gun, and he pulls the assault rifle out to go and engage the alien. He's like, you just stay here.
because one of the Halo aliens is approaching rapidly.
Right. And somehow, I missed the logic of this, but somehow he drops
It's
the
fine.
gun. Somehow
I think we'll be okay.
He drops the gun and decides to get into hand-to-hand combat with an alien that's in full tactical body armor, by the way.
He defiantly drops his cane
Yes.
and just full on charges this alien like a goddamn lineman in a football game.
yeah, and the alien is like, oh no, now I'm in a fight.
And this alien beats the Christ out of him.
Which, you would expect him to be able to do.
Uh-huh.
But somehow, this guy is able to grab him by the head and pull him into a knee that breaks the helmet and then...
into his metal bionic knee.
Right,
Yes.
right. And instead of like shattering it off of the base mount of whatever is left of his leg, it actually shatters the sunglasses, loosens the helmet so he can pull it off. And once the helmet is off, well, now it's a fair fight because the alien doesn't see so well because the sun is up.
why that works, Brad?
Why? Please, God, tell me why.
Because Mick's legs are built forward tough.
Yep.
Goddamn America.
America! I don't even know why I questioned it. I mean, this is an Army veteran. Of course he's going to be able to fight an alien that is 2 feet taller than him, outweighs him by about 100 pounds, is in full
Tactical gear. Yeah.
So anyway, but he
We're
was
told-
losing until the scientist magically caught up.
No, we're told earlier in the film
Yeah,
that Mick was a Golden Gloves winner at the age of 22.
that's right. Yes.
So he pulls
Golden
this
Gloves
alien's
boxer.
helmet off and fist fights an alien.
Yes, and rains down combinations that Tyson
Brad.
would be proud of. Yes, Chris. Don't say it.
Cinematic gold. There is a scene where he lands such an earth-shattering haymaker to this alien's face. They do a Rocky
Yeah.
where the spit in teeth
Oh my
fly
God.
in slow motion.
I have to admit, I cheered that scene. Just the audacity of it. 3 teeth flying out of this alien's mouth.
Uh-huh.
Spit, and the alien's like, ah!
Uh-huh.
And Mick's like, yeah, motherfucker.
But the alien's got an ace
Nick
up its
didn't
sleeve.
really say that because they don't say motherfucker in the movie.
The alien's got an ace up its sleeve in the form of a gigantic RoboCop-style data knife.
Yeah, which he never uses until the moment where he's like, you just knocked out 3 of my teeth. That's not cool, bro.
So he starts stabbing at Mick on the ground.
Uh-huh.
The scientist runs in, showing that he learned valor from his previous expedition,
Right.
and just sucker punches this fucking alien
Right.
with his gigantic communications case.
Now, this scientist said, I'm not going with you guys. Walked the other direction like he was going to his science lab. And then magically appeared, 5 miles down the road after she'd crashed through all of this alien base. So he must have run through that.
Yep.
Didn't get hurt by a single alien. Didn't get seen at all.
Nah.
Is able to run up and blindside this alien.
Uh-huh.
And through all of this, he's been carrying this, what's got to be a 35-pound phone case,
Yep.
satellite, whatever thing, so that he can swing that on the alien.
No notes. Perfect.
Sure. And then Mick gets up, puts him in a headlock with his bionic legs,
He
and
puts
chokes out
him
the
in
alien.
a scissor choke and A legless veteran chokes out an alien with his metal legs.
Don't fuck with the U.S. military.
God damn it, this movie rules.
Well, now I had a great amount of pride seeing a man wearing an army t-shirt choke out an alien with his metal legs. It is the perfect conjunction of technology, military might, honor, courage, strength, everything. Yeah. Everything a man could want. So, moving on.
The fuck are we talking about?
We're talking about Battleship.
Oh, I know.
Which was supposed to be a game about conventional battleships facing off in the sea. But no, we have this alien invasion, nonsensical. They're not so they're really invading. Just don't shoot at them. They just want to, take the property.
So they start firing from this battleship onto the mothership. And we're given... how many different cuts of the peg guns getting ready to be fired?
Oh my god.
There's like 35 cuts of it.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
It's the same load, reload. Well, don't forget, though, that the USS Missouri, the dogged craft that it is, keeps changing position. So the mothership has to realign because they have that one maneuver where they get by and for whatever reasons the mothership's guns don't turn that far, so they have to adjust the ship and then readjust all of their guns, so we get the same sequence over and over, like 3 times. Oh my god. And
so
then
these two titans are firing at each other.
Right. Yeah.
They've blown up part of the Missouri.
Well,
they killed a fuck ton of old veterans.
Yes, but they had their time.
We get the line from the elderly veteran who is a former crew member of the Missouri. They're not gonna sink this battleship.
I mean, somehow the writers, in all of their brilliance, could not figure out how to work in the line, "You sank my battleship!"
No.
They couldn't. Even though you had Liam Neeson right there, Admiral of the Fleet.
They had Liam Neeson for like 3 hours. He's in about 8 minutes of this movie.
Do I get to kiss the blonde girl? No, he's your daughter. Oh, right. Okay.
I'll still do it. Or whatever. Weird fucking
Just cut it
accent.
out of the movie. Just cut it out. I'm doing it anyway. So that didn't happen. But, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yep.
So anyway, battleships, pegs, things firing back and forth. Nonsense. Oh, and they're able to take out the communication tower.
Yep.
And the communication tower is the thing that brings down the shield that the aliens had erected. So now Liam Neeson can actually launch his jet fighters.
Oh, yeah.
And the rest of the fleet can now get involved in this one singular fight in the Pacific, which will settle everything across the planet.
No, it is time for the American military to whoop some ass, boy.
Fucking A right. Time for the cavalry to come in. And at this point, I'm actually sad that the movie's almost over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, like I said, I could go for about a 6-hour cut of this fucking movie.
Well, once the jets start coming in and just bombing the shit out of everything,
we get everybody jumps for joy and cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking rad.
Oh, well, so, okay, they decimate the aliens.
Explosions aplenty.
It's really no contest when it comes down to it. I mean, once the naval force and the air force is working in conjunction, the aliens don't seem to have an answer, even though they've traveled from interstellar space. They have audio, massive sonic boom technology, all of this stuff.
Don't look into the time frame and how science works. Because,
no, I don't know.
You'll go mad trying to do so.
I don't know what I was thinking. So the beauty, though, one of my favorite scenes is they go to the celebration where they, have the champagne. People are getting their medals and their awards.
Yeah, it's the awards ceremony.
Yes. And there's no thought to, maybe there are other aliens that should be taken care of. How's Hong Kong doing, by the way?
Case closed. We win.
Hey, we took care of America. The rest of the world's fine.
Fuck them.
Yep. So roll credits and
No, not roll credits.
well, yeah.
Because they give Mick a medal, and the scientist and Brooklyn Decker are there clapping for him to show that it's not about the adventure, it's about the friends we made along the way.
Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And
this movie is horse shit, and I
well, not
love
only
it.
does Mick get a medal, Hopper
Stone Hopper gets a posthumous medal.
Yes, because of his valor. And accepting that medal is his brother. Well, Stone Hopper couldn't be here today, unfortunately, so accepting his award for him is his brother.
Because he was killed in the most extraordinary way that any human being has ever been killed.
Well, introducing the Battleship pegs.
Yeah. He was killed in extraterrestrial contact.
Yeah.
And everybody's just like, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's done. We're not going to talk about it.
Well, that's not entirely true because they had that day player who came in and said, "No!" And then they cut to Taylor, who had apparently had no reaction whatsoever and just said, "Yeah, that's right. My brother's dead. Let's get back to the John Paul Jones." And then when he gets back to the John Paul Jones as justification for killing everybody, he says, "They killed my brother. Let's go on a suicide pact and kill ourselves." And everybody's like, "Okay, fine." Until B shakes him and says, "Let's get the guys out of the water."
Just get to moving on this.
So at the celebration,
Alex accepts the award for his brother Stone and starts to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
No, sir.
There's Liam Neeson saying, Hold on.
Hold fast, Alex.
Yes.
Presenting you with the Silver Star for valor.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I'm not going to kick you out.
In fighting goddamn extraterrestrials.
Well, you know what?
Never mentioned, Brad.
You know what? Chewbacca didn't get a medal.
You shut the fuck up right now. you shut your goddamn mouth.
So they had to make sure everybody got a medal. This is your participation trophy.
The ending of this movie is insane.
Well, so Hopper gets command of his ship, as he deserves, like Liam Neeson says. Liam Neeson was about to bust him out of the Navy, but since he stood up and fought aliens, now he deserves command of his own ship, which makes no sense whatsoever.
And they finally get this minute to talk.
Yeah.
They finally get a minute to talk.
And he says, "Sir, I've been balls deep in your daughter. I intend to do it more. I would like to do it more, so I'm asking your permission."
Man, I've been shooting wicked loads in your daughter for a while now.
So I think I should put a ring on the finger, and I wanted to say, "Hey, I've been boning your daughter, let me marry her." And Liam Neeson says, "No."
No.
And he's like, "Oh, that's really great. Wait a minute, what did you say?" In
But-
last bit of comedy we can squeeze.
But I saved the world.
And Liam says, "Well, yes, but my daughter is an entirely different matter."
Saving the world is one thing.
Yeah.
My daughter's hand in marriage is another.
Right.
Get the fuck out of my face, movie.
And
I'm hungry. Let's go to lunch. We'll talk about the terms of your surrender over a chicken burrito.
Oh, she told you about that?
Roll credits. Brad, you're welcome. You're welcome for showing you the majesty that is Battleship. And I hope everybody listening, whoever thought that I was joking when I have honestly said this is one of my favorite movies of all time, goes out and hears the inspirational words that we have had to say about this and goes forth and watches this piece of cinematic brilliance.
Well, I can understand why you like it. 2 hours and 20 minutes is ridiculously long. And if you took out the dialogue, I'm sure it would be a perfectly enjoyable movie. Other than that, I have nothing more to say.
It is perfect the way it is, and I would not change it for the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Brad, you got anything to plug? We should really wrap this the fuck up.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. I don't have anything to plug right now, but it's a new year, new plans, stewing on new stuff. You? What do you got?
This.
Okay.
If they're hearing this, you're doing what we need you to do. But also,
And thanks for listening this long.
if you would like a calendar featuring not only myself, but this devilishly handsome son of a bitch sitting across from
and
me.
a variety of lovely women.
Oh yeah, if you want to stroke one out to all my friends with their tits out.
Well, as far out as we can decently go and still have a PG-13 calendar.
Well, yeah, we're not distributing pornography.
No, of course not. But so the calendar is done then.
Yep, we have them. $25. You can see all my spooky friends doing spooky shit.
Freaking awesome. Send me the link and I'll post it on my vast social media network.
Link for what?
For the calendars.
Just get a hold of me.
Okay. All right. Well, I can set that up. That's easy.
But
too.
yeah, that's what we got going on.
Fantastic and congratulations. The calendar really does look cool.
Yeah.
And photographed by Dan Terpstra.
Yeah, shout out to Dan.
Yes. Excellent work, Dan. Thank you very much. Dan Terpstra
Also
Photography.
Also a highly sexual being. He is just a cyclone of sexuality. Just
yes, a monster we all follow. I don't know.
Wow, we tried to do a plug and made him sound like a real shitbag.
No, you're an awesome guy, total solid pro, has his own camera kit, worthy, affordable, look him up.
And a monster hog. There you go, Dan.
You're the one who takes it there.
You're welcome.
The one doing it.
You're welcome, Dan. All right,
God bless you,
Brad,
Dan.
let's just be fucking done because
All
we've
right,
devolved
done.
into
Thanks for
madness.
listening. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Fuck.